Hey, 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 hey! This is your dear Alie saying, welcome to reality. It's the first week of work week of back to reality. After the festivities, we're now on a Thursday morning at the time of this recording, the 8th of January, my favorite. Yay, hey, we're done with the first week of 2026. And your dear Ali saying, thank you. Thank you for deciding to tune in to your Dear Ali podcast. Thank you for spending your precious time with me. And please stay because I'm going to make sure that this would be worth your while as I go and have here my co-host to ensure to help me out and be able to make this time a very, very important time of your life because we'll be discussing something that is so important, so us, so real to us. That is emotional stability. Yeah, yeah. Who's a person that is not human, that doesn't have emotions, right? So let's go and ask my co host to say hello, Dimples.
Yes. Hello, dear Ali. I'm happy to be back again. And to all the listeners out there and your avid fan, I'm actually happy again, once again, that I'll be sharing my thoughts and points of view here with dear Ali. So I just hope you have the chance and time to sit back and relax and listen to our time today. Thank you, dear Ali. Once again, you invited me here.
Awesome, awesome. The pleasure is mine. And um, Dimples, you are with which generation? X, Y, or Z?
I think I'm with the
Millennial?
X, is it?
Oh.
No, is it? I'm not sure. Born in 1970s, so I'm not sure.
Oh, so you're on Gen X. Nice.
Oh, is that actually what it called, Gen X? Then
Oh,
it is.
awesome, awesome. Wow. And being a Gen X, you said
Mm-hmm.
were born in the 70s. So, as now you've been around 80s, 90s, 21st century. Wow, a lot have changed in the whole wide world that we can now be able to say, wow, what do you think? Is life all the better as a whole, or what do you
Mm-hmm.
think that um, the world is degrading? What do you think? How do you observe how life has been as the
Oh,
decades have passed?
actually, dear Ali, that's a very good question. Because
Mhm.
to be honest, I was born in the middle of the 1970s. All right.
Mhm.
So, during that particular era or the years that I'm growing through, right, it's really, really much different comparing to now for the new era now, all right, or the new generation now. If we're talking about the teenage life before the generations we have previously and compared to the new one here, it's really different. The difference is actually a lot. This is actually more on what we call in the topic of communication style, relationship, technology wise, of course, we know that, expression, affection, things like that. All right. Because before, when we were still young, during our era, um, this is actually the difference. All right.
Mhm.
Before teenagers communicated mostly in person, right?
Ah,
If we have a phone before, that's actually the normal phone that you
the
want to call,
landline.
yeah, landline, you dial it, right? And not
Mhm.
everyone has a landline. During our era, if you have a landline, you have a little bit well-to-do family, right? Also via letters can be received, at least 3 days to 1 week, right? And
Mhm.
the social media before is not really that particularly a lot. There's only
Mhm.
few apps that you can actually have it. And since previously there's no what do you call it, upgraded cell phone, although
Uh-huh.
um I already actually reached that particular era with a mobile phone already, but those are the QWERTY pads. It's not
Mhm.
Android, right? So social media, or what do you call this, like there's, I don't think there's already a blue app before, but
Mhm.
previously the other one, right? um so also the circle of friends that you have is a little bit smaller and more localized,
Mhm.
because the only friends that you have right before is from the school and the kids from the neighborhood, right? Right
Mhm.
now, with regards to technology and connectivity, teens now are online constantly, right? The social media,
Mm-mm.
messaging app, video calls, connect them. They can even connect their cousins globally if they have cousins abroad, right? And the
Immediately and just
French,
quick. Yeah.
yes, exactly. And the tip of their hands, right? Just click the
Mm-mm.
phone, the tablet, the laptop, the PC. So friendship can exist entirely online, right?
Mhm.
News travels instantly. You can just send messages through email, apps, and all instantly, and then in a glimpse of few seconds or minutes, there you go. You receive already the feedback, right? The response, right? So I can say that totally there's actually a huge difference, dear Ali. Also with
It's
the
better.
information, um, if you're gonna be asking if it's better, there's actually a pros and cons with that. Uh, we talk about if it's better. Yes, if it's better, because high technology, you are more, you know, it's not a waste of time, because in a glimpse, in an instant, few minutes, seconds, you got
Mm-mm.
already the information you needed, right?
Uh-huh.
But in a way, um, for the teenagers right now, or the new generations right now,
Mhm.
it seems that there's a little bit consequences on that particular thing, if we're talking about the
The
upgraded everything, because they lose the sense of researching,
value.
patience also, right? Because it's an instant clips that they have there, everything in their hands, so they don't tend to have this particular effort to do
Uh,
more, right?
uh,
Like in schools, if they have projects and assignments and all, before, what we do, we go to the library, right? A lot of piled books on top of our table because we do researching, right?
mm-hmm.
But now, students right now, kids right now, can just do their research
Research.
online. Yes. Searching Google and all, right? So
Mm-hmm.
everything is instant. So what happened is they tend to lose their, sense of, the effort of doing a lot of things, burning their eyebrows in all their projects and assignments, things like that, because everything is instant, right? So I think learning about the world came from the school books and family before, right? But now teens are exposed to vast amounts of information instantly, so they're more socially aware, politically aware, active, sometimes conscious of global trends, but this can also be overwhelming at the same time. uh, if you're talking about, like, if it's good, yes, it's good in a way, but in a way there's also a sad thing that
Mm-hmm.
they don't appreciate the effort. They no longer put a little bit harder on what they can do and research, or whatever assignments or project, even the friendship, even the communication, even the relationship with other people, because everything is just there in the corner
Mm-hmm.
of the four corner of the cell phone, four corner of the tablet, PC, laptop, right? So everything is instant. If you're gonna compare, if you're gonna be asking me, I think the generation before, a while ago, you told me that I'm part of. Is it
X.
Gen X? Am I
Uh-huh.
correct, dear Ali?
Yes, the
Um,
next generation.
yeah, the next generation. I think teenagers before, or the younger generations before, are more good, because we can actually stand up with our own, because we were trained. We were trained by our parents, by the schools before, that you do hardship is actually the core. right? You do a lot better in school because you do research. You have a lot of, putting all together all those necessary requirements, all those documents in your hands, and then, the striving. You strive hard. Not unlike now that you have everything. You, there's no strive because click, one search, one ask with the app, and automatically it will give you feedback and answers on your questions.
Mhm.
So even in relationship, right, and even
Mhm.
in the things inside the house, imagine before we need to have a fire or a
Mhm.
gazoo or
Mhm.
anything if you want to you cook
Mhm.
everything, right, rice meals and all. But
Mhm.
now we already have rice cookers. In an instant it can cook automatically. You don't have to wait, you don't have to stay there and check your cooking, right? If you want to heat a water, there's actually a electric kettle already.
Mhm.
No more, no more connections with the stove and all, right?
Mhm.
We have pressure cooker. We have everything. Washing machine, no longer,
We
we don't
need.
no longer wash our hands. You can actually do a lot of things while the washing machine is actually doing her duty at all, right? Unlike before, w- sometimes washing clothes tends to take the whole
The whole
day just to
day.
wash. Yes, right, exactly. So there's a lot of things of difference right now. It is good that we're actually moving on high technology. It is good we are advancing because this is actually what we're the future goes to for
Mhm.
development, right? But at the
Mhm.
same time, the human you, right? Being a human,
Mhm.
you are now intend to limit what you can do because of this technology, right? Instead of you doing a lot of things, you depend on the automatic, on the robots, on the app. Imagine that, right? Even the relationship, communication, right? And then even expressing your affection. Before, girls can be courted at home. you
Mhm.
know, Boys should go there at your home and court, ask permission to the parents. Now,
Mhm.
I can see that teenage boys now are courting through messenger, through video calls.
Mhm.
So the culture, the respect, I think
Mhm.
it's a lesson, right? The the normal we are before, or what we've learned or what we earned before from our past generations, now actually slowly living it, living behind because of the new technology, what's happening right now, right? uh Even the shortest things, um a lot of things happening, a lot of things changing, right? So that's actually my point of view with that, dear Ali. What's
Yeah,
your
thank
take
you.
about that, dear Ali?
Well, thank you, for your perspective. My take, if you'll be asking me, you're
Mm-hmm.
correct. We're advancing, and it's a lot different from how it was before. But
Yes.
on my take is that the advancement is for our development, for the human
Mhm.
race, not
Yes.
for us to use the digital technology or the advancement to forget that we're humans. You're correct. That there should
Mm-hmm.
be an effort. So expressions of affections, yes, it's good. It's digital. It's quick. We can connect with anyone around the world immediately. But
Mm-hmm.
the effort, let us not lose that along the way, right? Let's not
Yeah.
forget our traditions, like what you said, that the man should go and visit the family first, right? Rather than
Mm-hmm.
only doing it on Messenger. Um, like my daughter, my youngest, or even the other kids. I mean, I've got four kids, and even
Mm-hmm.
if they're old, I mean, yeah. I mean, even if they're being courted online, they do FaceTime almost 24 hours, even sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they do include me on the live interaction on like for example Um, my youngest would be talking to her boyfriend,
Mhm.
nonstop online on Messenger, but I'm also included. You know, she introduced me this man, and
Mhm.
some of them go visits the house as well, and gets the approval of the rest of the family, and that's why even though there's the messenger that they go and meet online, they include me. The some of them are not afraid of me because they met me face to face as well.
Mhm.
And I'm still happy. And sometimes I even say, "Hey, who's that? Who are you talking to?" And then my child would say, "Mom, it's Mario." "Oh, Mario, Mario, I miss you." Me? Yeah, I do
Mhm.
that. Really, I do that because I know them. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm the one who's even saying, "Hey, who am I? Who are you talking to?" I don't know that guy sometimes, right? I don't know that guy. And then my daughter will laugh and show the guy, and the guy would say, "Hello po. Hi. Hello, mommy." He would say that, "Mommy, I'm not your mommy. I don't know you. Don't worry, po. I'll visit you." Yeah. So, um, it's I mean, yeah, it's nice, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe it's because it's a matter of respect, as what you said, right? You're
Mhm. Mhm.
correct. So the respect is still there, even though they're using the social media, even though they're digital, seeing each other. There's still that respect, that acknowledging me, that the relationship should not only between them, but also with me, right?
Mhm. Uh-huh.
So I'm just happy with my kids that, they have my take as well on the man that
Yeah.
would court them. So,
That's good. That's good to hear,
mm-mm,
to be
mm-mm,
honest, dear Ali. Well, because me, I have still my daughter is still small.
mm-mm,
She's only 13,
mm-mm,
so I don't have yet that
mm-mm,
particular, experiences like
mm-mm,
you. But
mm-mm,
hopefully, I'm looking forward that if ever that she
mm-mm,
came in that point in stage of her life that somebody will court her. Of course, I want to be part of also of that particular
mm-mm,
thing, right? Knowing the person courting her,
mm-mm,
of course knowing the
mm-mm,
family of the guy also. Of course, that's very
mm-mm,
important.
yeah,
Especially ours is
mm-mm,
the woman, ours is the lady, right?
mm-mm,
We need to protect, of course, our daughters, right?
mm-mm.
So as of the moment, I'm still enjoying her as a 13 years old.
Yeah.
So yes, I know she's a little bit kid, a little bit going to teenage, in the
Yeah.
middle of that particular, yeah, and she's still playing, to be honest, dear Ali.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's still
enjoy.
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
correct. It's
know.
really
Yeah.
scary out the scary world out there. So let's
Yes, to be
have her,
honest.
yeah, as innocent as baby as she can be, okay, for as long
Yes,
as we can.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Unlike
Mm-mm.
yeah, unlike before, unlike you, dear Ali, you have like four kids, right? Me, I
Mm-mm.
only have one. So
Yeah.
it's really, for me, I really need to protect her in a way that I can, everything I can do. Anyway, in this particular topic that we're trying to discuss, the difference between the then and now, um it's a good thing also. I agree with you, dear Ali, that it's really important that the growth and the evolutions is actually running through us, because this is for the future, right? And for our kids soon, because sooner or later we will be leaving them all alone themselves. So at least it will be much easier for them to have to mingle with their life, right? This is actually at least a part of their growing also for their future, right, dear Ali?
Yeah, and maybe because I've been um a constant visible person in their life in whatever
Mm-hmm.
which way they have, in whatever facet they're going through in their life. So that now that they're on their 20s, even though I'm
Mm-hmm.
no longer physically present with them since they're working, I am now confident and assured that all the values, all the things, I trust them already, that they would make good choices for themselves. So
Yes.
the thing that you mentioned about before we study, there's this hardships, there's this effort. Um, we strive before, and it's different nowadays. Maybe it really is dependent on the guidance, right?
Yes.
Because
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of Gen Zs who are mature for their
Mhm.
age. I've seen a
Yes.
lot of Gen Zs who have used the instant knowledge, all the
Mhm.
vast knowledge that is available online. They use it for the better. So
Mhm.
that is why it is called smartphone, right? No
Yes.
hardships anymore in accumulating all the knowledge that they needed, but it is called smart because you really need to be smart in processing which knowledge, which information we will get, and having them easily available still needs guidance, right? I mean, like saying garbage in, garbage out, positive in, negative out, I mean, positive out, negative in, negative out. So,
Mhm.
yes, it's available. But even though it's no longer difficult or hard
Mhm.
to accumulate all those things, but we can be smart, right? That's why it's called smart phones, smart gadgets, because we can be smart now. Life would be easy and better with the technology if we will be smart. In
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's I mean, yeah, no more effort. Yes. I mean, less effort anymore, but we should be smart. I mean, we could still value whatever it is right now,
Mhm.
from whatever same values that we have before. It can still continue for as long as
Mhm.
we can be smart, right?
Mhm.
In assimilating, disseminating, knowing which information, right? So
Mhm.
I believe even though there's no, you're correct, the expressions of affections, like before we have to draw, I could see my brother making, really effort with all those sequence, making drawings, making effort and just expressing um, his love letter or making, the cards for his girlfriend. This
Mhm.
time, it's just a gift. We could just choose a gift, right? GIF, or video or clip or a reel or any sticker online. It's
Mhm.
easy to send it immediately, right? To
Mhm.
anybody, anywhere
Yes.
in the world.
Yes.
Eh, But still, maybe even though it's easy, even though there's no hardship, but that's already an effort, and let's give it to that. Let's just be
Yeah.
positive that at least it is easy now. Yeah, but the effort of someone giving it to us, let's just put some value in it. Even though it cannot
Mm.
be a snail mail or a real some my my kids still do that. They still do make postcards. They still do draw, and they still do receive, effort with, the old school way of writing letters, getting cards, drawings from the people that they court with. I mean, it's a friendship. It still is dependent, really. I believe,
Mhm.
uh, on each person, right? I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, it's easy to have friends. It's easy now to also discard friends since
Yeah.
it's digital. But if we value people, I believe it would still be the same thing. Even though, so it's really is a matter of guidance. If you tell me, that if we appreciate, even if it's just a small effort, right? I
Mhm.
mean, it really is a matter of the person having it. So if we go and put value in the other person, then the value of friendship would still be there. But you're correct. There's the downside, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
people immediately can destroy someone else by just,
Exactly.
commenting a negative thing, right? So,
Exactly.
um, you're correct. It's overwhelming, but it's really
Mm-hmm.
is different on how we would use the technology. So let's go and tackle on that. That, yeah, as I mentioned, there are trolls, right? That people could immediately say, even though they don't mean it, but they're hurting already some people online,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, if there are things like this, we are placed on situations like this, or our young people would be placed on something like this on social media, especially that you've got your 13-year-old now becoming a teenager. How would you think we should? What do you think we should do as a parent, right? How do you think we could be able to um, ensure that our kids are strong enough to battle against on this type of emotional attack?
Okay.
Mhm,
That's actually a good question, dear Ali. All
mhm,
right. Because, um, since we are on the high technology now and moving forward, for the future, and we cannot stop it because, it's improving and it's proving. And of course, teenage right now is actually more attached on social media. And you are correct that it should be still, there's actually still a guidance for them, right?
mhm,
Don't leave that guidance still, all right? Because we're human. And to the point that if ever there's actually an emotional thing happen to the kids or to your family or to the younger generations, right? Parents should at least know that um, first, setting boundaries with using the high technologies, right? We need to set boundaries on that. We need to inform our kids, our younger generations that it should not be always, all right? There are
mhm,
also like provide anything rules inside the house so that they know that
mhm.
these high technologies or cell phones, especially cell phones, right? It is actually not really they
The
are,
reality,
right? Because
yeah.
yeah, 'cause what's happening is teenagers right now is actually trying to incorporate that cell phone is already part of their life, which should not be, right? I mean, yes, in a way, because it's the constant communication through your friends and of course watching those social medias and all, right? But
Mhm,
some teenagers tend to live their life with that particular thing, with that cell phone. They cannot live without it. They cannot eat without it. Even during taking a bath, they're actually taking
mhm,
the cell phone inside the bathroom. That's
mm-mm,
not good, right? You're trying to ask household chores with your children.
mhm,
Still they will answer you, wait a while, mommy, because I'm still, searching things or I'm still looking. I'm still see. So first, at least provide them boundaries. All right. Here at home, dear Ali, I would like to share with all of your listeners out there and also
mhm,
with you that we have a policy here with my daughter during mealtime. Either it's
mhm,
break time, breakfast, lunch,
mhm,
or dinner. As long as it's mealtime, there's no cell phone on the table. I need to get your cell phone, put it in a small box. We have a small box, and I already indicate there that cell phone is here every time it's mealtime. So that we enjoy the mealtime and we can talk as human, as mommy and daughter during mealtime, especially dinner. All right? Because that's the only time that we can communicate with each other as one on one. All right.
mhm,
So I have that particular rule here. And secondly, Miss Ali,
mhm,
um, um, you have to do your school assignments or project first, and then I'll give you time to handle your cell phone before going to bed, at least 1 hour before going to bed.
mhm,
And her sleeping time is actually on 10 o'clock in the evening. That's it. no more phone, no more anything. So that's actually for me the boundary. You need to put the boundary. Second, of course, is communication, constant communication
Mhm.
with your daughter, with your kids, so that
Mhm.
they will know and they will still feel that you're still there. Not just because everything is can be handled by the cell phone, everything can be
Mhm.
get all the information inside that technology. No, still your parents, your family is still there with you, whatever it is, because family have emotions, technology doesn't have emotions, right? That's
Mhm.
what I'm telling my daughter. You can actually ask the app
Mhm.
whatever you can ask. But when it comes to personal life with your inner self,
Mhm.
your emotions, your mind, that particular app cannot give you the right information or right answer that you're asking for. Because one time, um, I listened to my daughter. She was
Mhm.
asking this particular app that, hey, can you tell me what kind of emotion, blah blah blah, things like that. And the
Mhm.
app loudly said, I cannot share you my emotion because I don't have emotion. I'm
Mhm.
like that. So imagine at the age of 13 what she can feel about it. That's why I told her
Mhm.
things like that. There are also boundaries, my daughter.
Mhm.
You need to know that there are only things that you can ask with those apps, and there are also things that you can ask directly with mommy, with your family, with your friends, with your teachers,
Nice.
because we are the human one, right?
Good
Not
thing that
everything.
you
Mhm.
saw. Good thing that you saw that, or you know.
Yes, because I was like, huh? I was shocked because my
Mhm.
daughter one time asked. I was actually, doing the washing my
Mhm.
dishes, and then
Mhm.
she was actually sitting just on our on the dining table. All right,
Mhm.
and then she was holding the phone, and then she asked this particular app that, hey, can you tell me what kind of emotion is like that? And then the app suddenly, I cannot tell you that kind of emotion because I am
Mhm.
a robot. I don't have an emotion, but I can provide examples like that, like that. So how a teenage or how 13-year
Mhm.
old kid can understand that? How can you provide me sample, but you told me you don't have emotions? So she's now confused because
Mhm.
after hearing the answer of the app, Dear Ali, um, she even turned to me and then she
Mhm.
even asked me, "Mommy, how was that? Did you hear that? Did you hear what she told me?
Mhm.
How was that? I didn't get it. She gave me example, but she said she doesn't have emotion, and that's the reason why I explain it to her. I sit with her, I talk with her, and explain it to her because not all my daughter is everything that you can ask is actually been given right and correct by that particular app, especially when it comes to feelings, emotions, and all. Because those are not, they don't have emotions. You know, human have. All right. So things like that, you can ask mommy, right? Because
Thank you.
like what you've said a while ago, dear Ali, correct. You are truly correct that it's actually still our guidance. As parents, as family, it is still our guidance. We need to guide our kids, even though of the high technology. Because most of the time, they are still confused, right? That's the reason why some don't understand the value of anything, right? A relationship, things, and all like that, value of time, because of the instant thing
Mhm.
can be done in their tip of their hands, you know. So that's my take on that, dear Ali.
Question though, Dimples.
Yes.
How would you say a person is emotionally healthy? What are the standards or the takeaways or the key factors that we can say a person is healthy emotionally?
All right. Well, if a person is healthy emotionally, that person, you will always see that, um not really the smiling
Mhm.
face is real, right?
Mhm.
The happiness, the tone of the voice is real, right? Because you can sense if a person is actually, carrying something burden, emotionally not in good condition, but she's just showing she's happy. You can sense that. That's what we called connections with the people that around us, right? It's not just about we're talking like this, it's about the connection. I would like to share this one with you, dear Ali. I was once like last week, I once actually been a guest also of one of the podcaster, all right? And our topic is more on emotions and things like that. All right. The topic that we're discussing is happy moments, right? Okay. But during the conversation, it so happened that during conversation, we tackled emotions. And then all of a sudden, I was shocked because when I was giving advice, because she asked me advice live, all right? So with the audience, of course. I was shocked because when I was giving advice, she was already crying. I was totally shocked. And I was like, I was apologizing to her because I didn't know. I didn't know that, hey, what happened? Did I say something wrong? Did I say something bad? And then she just mentioned to me that, um, no, no, everything is good. Everything is fine. It just so happened that I was emotionally inclined, but by your advice, Dimples, because I was in as of now, I was in the middle. I was in the midst of a state that I am not emotionally stable, she said. It just so happened that I was able to tackle I was able to tackle the core of what she had right now on her heart. And I was shocked. Totally, I was shocked because I didn't know that she was actually rendering things. She was actually living in a state that emotionally she's really broken. So uh, things like that. So for me, when you ask me how could I know that if a people or a person actually have emotional or in a good health, right, and a good emotional state, right, it can show the way, the tone, the smile, the way she or he spoke, right, the way she reacted on anything. Mostly of the people that are with emotional stability, they are not bitter. All right, they will not focus on the negative thought. They
Awesome.
normally they share positive, yes, positive sharing, right? Because even though whatever you do, if they're actually emotionally inclined negatively, it will come out. Whatever happens, it will come out. Even though you still pursue that, we're talking about positive, we're talking about happiness, still all of a sudden it will pinch a little by little that it will come out. The way she talk or he talk, or he address or she address certain topics or answers or replies to you, right? So those are the things that you can actually sense that they are happy in a way emotionally. They are, brighting. Like one of the trainers said in one of the call centers, right? When you answer the call of the customer, you answer with a smile because it also reflects on the way you actually pronounce your thank you for calling, right? Thank you for calling. This is Dimples. How can I help you? But if you speak or you open the call with frowning, it also sounded on how you introduce yourself. If your face is frowning, it will sound like this. Thank you for calling. This is Dimples. How can I help you? But if you put a smile, it will just say, Thank you for calling. This is Dimples. How can I help you? Right? That's actually what I've learned from the previous trainers that I had before when I still working with the BPO center. It's part of the logic that if you're happy, it shows on how you actually talk, on how actually you interfere with others, right? Everything actually shows, everything reflects. It goes through. It's an aura that you actually put outside. And it shares, it reflects, it bounds, it connects. Right. So I hope
Awesome.
I was able to answer that question there, Ali.
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Yes.
You're
And
welcome.
that is you, um showing the positive vibe, right? It
Mhm.
reflects on us. But what if you're going through something that is also difficult, right?
Mhm.
Like you're grieving, right? I mean,
Mm.
it's a valid emotion. Grieve,
Yes.
grief
Mhm.
is a valid emotion, and you're going through this. How would you model a healthy emotional stability to your kid, to your child, or to your colleague, like what you mentioned? But you are grieving inside. You're going through something that is difficult, or
Mhm.
a family member or a loved one passed away, or if it's not grief, um, like any or anxiety or anything that you're going through inside, or yeah, how would you
Mhm.
model your stability, that you're emotionally stable, that you're
Mhm.
carrying those emotions well? How would you show it or be a model of emotional stability to your child or to the people who look up to you, like your colleagues, like what you said? How would you
Mhm.
do
That's
it?
ac Well, to be honest, dear Ali, it's a tough question, right? I know it's not easy, all right, but I've been through with that. uh, I've actually, I've been through a lot of things. It was not actually a secret already to you since I've been your guest for how many times. So, I've been through with that. It's actually different when you actually handled something emotionally and you tried to look good. You try to look happy. You try to look okay in front of everyone, especially your loved ones, right? Especially with my daughter, right?
Mm-mm.
Um, During those times that I was in really trouble in a mourning stage because my mom passed away, she know that I was in a mourning stage, but I need to get up. I need to move. I need to, day live our day by day, right? I need to do the normal thing, wake up in the morning, prepare breakfast because she's going to school, everything. But when she left, that's the time that I cry myself, right? Because
Mm-mm.
that's the only time that it's only me and I and myself only. There's nobody else. So I kept those for how many months, even up to the point that my morning stage actually goes up to 2 years. I think even now I still
Mm-mm.
mourn, but in a way
Mm-mm.
that it lessened already. I was able to move on, to be honest, dear Ali. But still, there are still time that I still remember everything. I still remember her, my mom, and all. Especially, of course, when I lose also my husband. That's very difficult. You know,
Mm-mm.
losing every person you loved and every part of your family is really hard. When I
Mm-mm.
was in a morning stage,
Mm-mm.
um, I was actually working. I tried to work. My boss actually informed me that you can take your leave. You have the privilege to leave because somebody passed away. You know,
Mm-mm.
you are grieving, you are mourning, you have.
Mm-mm.
And then I told my boss, no, boss, I will take only my 5 days leave. I will not use everything or all the leave credits
Mm-mm.
just to mourn at home. I need to get up. I need to go
Correct.
out because I'm taking care of my health also. I'm taking care of my mental health also. All right. Not only the physical, but my emotional and my mental health. I'm taking care of it.
Mm-mm.
Because if I just keep inside the house, I'll mourn and do the leave credits and
Mm-mm.
take it. And, there's, it will make me more deeper and deeper in that particular emotions. I
Correct.
cannot move on. So I have to go work as regular. Of course, there are
Mm-mm.
things that sometimes they don't joke around me because they know that I am grieving. I am in mourning stage. My colleagues won't, tease me or anything like that because they knew and they understand. Those are actually the things that I appreciate with them, even with my former boss, because they know what's going on, what's actually I'm going through, and I appreciate that. But on my side, I'm
Uh-huh.
trying my best, dear Ali, to show that I can't stand. that I'm strong. But every time when I go out already of the office, I'm all alone again. I'm actually awaiting a vehicle, or even inside the UV or the minibus that we're riding. Actually, deep inside, I'm hurting. Deep inside, I'm sobbing. There's still a little cry in my eyes, a tear in my eyes, because I miss those person, especially when you go home. For how many decades you go home, you tend to, meeting them. They are included in your meal, right? Dinner, especially the dinner time, family is complete, right? But when you lose someone, and they are not there anymore, and it's only you and the daughter left. So you tend to pull back those tears, because you need to show with I need to show with my daughter that I'm strong, even though I'm not. I'm actually totally broken during those times. And I'm trying myself, to be honest. I'm really trying my best. There are also times that I'm working inside the office. There are reports that I need to do. I cannot concentrate because I'm still in the morning stage. That's the reason why my boss talked to me. And she even told me that you can take your leave, you can take vacation, go out. Uh, if you want, we can make a necessary arrangement with you and your daughter so that you can take a vacation outside. You want to do that? My boss even offered me a vacation. Imagine that, dear Ali. So I'm very happy and lucky during the time, because I have people around me who understand my scenario, what I'm going through. But of course, I'm not the type of person that, I'll take advantage of that. No, that's not my kind. That's not my type. I'm the person that, as long as I can do it, I'll try to get up, stand for it, and manage to be strong in front of everyone. Because, of course, personally, I need that. Of course, I need to talk with myself. You need to be strong, because
Yeah.
there's still people around you are, looking forward for you. You still have a daughter who's actually, depending on you. So you need to be strong, Dimples, right? You need to be strong. Get up. So every now and then I talk to myself, even though I struggled. Like I've told you before, dear Ali, that after my former husband passed away, also I lost my job for 2 years. So imagine that.
Yeah.
It's a totally it's like a 360 degrees turn of my life,
Mm-mm.
so but I was thankful. I am very much thankful with the Lord that I was able to survive those things. I surpassed those things. And now that, another struggle, another actually trials are coming, going through your life, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Every morning I thank God for another life. Although there are hardship, but still you have to thank God that, you survive. Because whatever it is, the end of the line, He will never forsaken you. So still there. He is
Awesome.
God. So He's still there, yeah. So everything will be, in a way, just, believe, trust, and let the universe actually go whatever they need to do with your life, because you are connected with the universe. That's what I believe for. Um, some people don't believe in that sense, but I believe in that I am connected with the universe. So whatever it is, I throw everything with them. I cannot do it anymore. I'm tired. I'm not happy. I'm hurting. Can you please? Sometimes I talk to the air. Can you please sense a little bit air and push away everything that I'm worried about? Things like that. Just simple things like that. Like I said, we are not only the creation of God. Everything was created. So I believe that everything is connected together.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for that, Sally.
Yeah. Thank you as well, right? Thank you, Dimples, for sharing us that, yeah, I mean, you already have shown us that, wow, you have gone through so much and yet you have overcome them. You became stronger, right? Because number one,
Yes.
I've got a daughter that I need to attend to, so I
Mm-hmm.
need to master up my courage and get up. Yes,
Yes.
and it's true. People around us, it's important as well for us to be able to overcome things. The the support of people around us matter. So
Mm-hmm.
good that you have, good support system with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's if I could say something to our dear Ali listeners, please also open our eyes, open our hearts, because people around us are there to support us as well. And
Mm-hmm.
thank you as well that you shared us how you release those overpowering emotions, those overwhelming emotions. Yeah, just a matter of simply just verbalizing it, even no one else is listening, even to the air. You could
Yes.
just verbalize it. Sometimes that's why others would, just scream out loud on the top of the mountain, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I
True.
mean, screaming, it's good. I mean, just have a release. If you cannot scream from where you are, just scream with inaudibly. Just have a release. Have it because those are valid emotions, and if it's suppressed, then there will be
Mm-hmm.
illnesses. Physical illnesses would happen, like ulcer, headache,
Exactly.
migraine. Right? We wouldn't be able to cope up physically because
Even even heart attack can do.
oh, yes, yes, right.
Yes. Yes.
So, let's go and be able to acknowledge whatever it is that we're going through. We're
Mm-hmm.
humans,
True.
so those are valid. Those are valid emotions, and we're grieving. Yes, that's valid. Yes, but that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean that, like what Dimple says, that would stop us, right? The
Yes.
day will go on. I mean, we still need to get up. We have a family. For her, she has a child, right? But also, let's take into consideration what she said, that all the more if I wouldn't work, all the more that I'll be, you know um if I wouldn't work, if I will not do some physical activity, if I will not do anything, all the more that I will be enveloped in the dark cloud that is overwhelming, right? So I need to do
Yes.
something. I need to work. I need to go back to work. I still need to,
Exactly.
even though it's hard to focus, it would help me still to overcome the grief, or whatever
Yes.
emotion that I'm going through, right? So let's get up, let's move, let's do have something, let's go work. And yes, with her, she acknowledges God, right? Because us
Mhm.
human beings, we're not only physical, we're not only mental, but we're also spiritual. So if you do not believe in God, my dear other listeners, it's okay. I respect that. But also look that we are also spiritual beings. So if you do not
Yes.
believe in God, well, it's okay. Again, I respect that, but do something on that vacuum. Do
Mm-hmm.
something on that spiritual side of us, human beings. So that is why I'm not saying go find yourself a religion. Just
Mm-hmm.
go find something that would, um, you know, um, lift us up. Like, uh, simply just, watch a movie. But if you believe in God, I mean, yes, on that particular moment, you can just utter a prayer. Maybe it's about time to build your relationship with God, right? Or build your
Mm-hmm.
relationship with a person, or
Mm-hmm.
build your relationship with having a pet, right? Be a fur baby.
Yes.
I mean, fur mommy, yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
this, that's why there's in America, there's this law about pets becoming
Mm-hmm.
their doctor dogs. I forgot the term for that, wherein they are part of the therapy. The
Mm-hmm.
animals or their dogs that are with them, they're part of their emotional support. Okay, so that's why it goes with them if they go eat in a restaurant. That cannot be denied because it's part of their recovery emotionally, mentally. Um,
Yes.
so have a dog, or have a cat, or have a bird, or
Yes.
if you cannot have a pet since you're allergic, or have a plant, any
Mhm.
living creature. Have a there are indoor plants. So not necessary if you say I don't have a garden. Well, you could it can be a potted plant and it can be indoor as
Yes.
well for as long as it's a
Mhm.
living creature. For as long as it's alive, it
Mhm.
is going to exude a positive vibe. Okay, if we
Mhm.
don't have friends, if we don't have colleagues that would support us, if we don't have anyone, well, find one. Okay, make an
Yes.
effort. Let's go and be healthy emotionally. We can reach that stability. Yes, we
Mhm.
cannot be happy every day. Yes, we cannot be happy immediately. Yes, we
Mhm.
cannot be happy instantly, every day, constantly. It's okay. Emotions are valid, but that doesn't mean that we let our emotions be the master of us. We
Mhm.
should be the master of ourselves. We should be the master of our emotions. We should be the one who should be in control. Yes, we
Mhm.
acknowledge them. Let's not deny.
Yes.
So we can go and be able to find cure for our, we could find, um, like um, what, um, Dimple said, we could go and be able to make an effort.
Mhm.
We could go and be able to get up. We could be able to release it because we acknowledge it,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Because again, we're humans. So being healthy emotionally is also part of us, um,
Yes.
our growth, right? Our development,
Mhm.
as what
Mhm.
Dimple said. Our well-being is not only physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It all can interconnect because we cannot
True.
dichotomize, as what the word, we cannot separate our emotions from our body. Because if
Mhm.
we are down emotionally, our body is also affected physically. If we're down mentally, we will be down emotionally and physically as well. So if we're down spiritually, like what if you are like me, I believe in God and I believe that man does not live by bread alone. So if you like
Yes.
me, then it's about time to eat the word of God, the good word, right?
Mhm.
It's about time to feed ourselves the good things, the good vibes, the good positive thing, right?
Mhm.
So if you
Yeah.
don't believe in God, then it's okay. Then find a good book. Let's feed our mind. Let's feed our mind with
Yes.
a positive thing. That's not like
Mhm.
um what Dimple said. A stable an emotional stable person exudes a positive vibe, right? That's
Exactly.
what she said. So how can we exude a positive vibe when we don't feed ourselves the good vibes, the positive
Mhm.
thing? How can we fight the
Yes.
negative things or the negative emotions or the negative things that is happening or the negative situation in our lives if we're not going to do or feed ourselves the positive? So
Mhm.
if we will say, "Hey, I'm surrounded with negative people," okay, then fine, then let's go and be away from this negative people. Let's go and protect ourselves. Let's
Mhm.
protect ourselves from these negative things, negative people, negative books, negative. videos, negative emotions, negative everything, negative food,
Yes.
negative schedule. Let's love ourselves, guys, because it's all interconnected. Any last
Yes.
words of advice, Dimples, before we say bye bye for now?
Yes.
Any last
Uh,
words for our, yeah, for our sponsor, for our dear
yes.
Ali listeners?
First, first of all, dear Ali, I would like to thank you once again that you invited
Mhm,
me here and sharing all my thoughts and points of view, right? Um, and also to all the listeners out there, thank you. Thank you for continuing supporting dear Ali. All right. And just to a little bit ponder information, um, there's a lot of things happening in the world right now.
mhm,
And one of those things are, evolving high technologies. All right.
mhm,
Also, there are also negative things that's happening right now, which hurts our feelings, which hurts
mhm,
actually us being human. All right.
mhm,
Some areas in the world have wars, some have famine, some,
mhm,
a lot of people lost their job, a lot of people
mhm,
lost their families and loved ones. The only thing that we can actually share with everyone is kindness, nothing else. Kindness, because that's the root of everything. If you're kind, even though you're not well enough in the
mhm,
citizen or in the society, just put kindness in everything that you do. Kindness, that's it.
mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember Dimple saying she lost her job. I said, "How did you do it? How did you survive 2 years of no job? You
because,
know, you're a
because
mother." Yeah,
yeah, because
that-
I actually invested in kindness, dear Ali.
yes, that's what
Yes,
she
I was
said. And that,
kind.
yeah,
Probably I was kind. So neighborhood helped us during those
yeah,
times because I was kind to them.
yeah,
And
same
I think
answer,
that's
guys.
one of
Right.
the basic answer.
Yeah, kindness. I mean,
Yes.
um, yeah, let's be kind.
Yes.
Rewind. Good joke. Guys, this
Yeah.
is your dear Ali saying, yes, kindness is contagious and
Hmm.
love is the best of all. Yeah,
Yes.
we cannot give
Hmm.
without loving. We can give without loving, but we cannot love without giving. So this is your
Hmm.
Ali saying, love, 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 love ourselves, love our family, so we could become, we can have a better 2026. Bye for now, folks.